Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys Breakdown before Week 1 when the Cowboys get started Sunday night on NBC. Seems like they get a lot of national time.
Yeah.
Everything on this table represents what we've learned about the Cowboys in preseason because they didn't show much.
No, they didn't.
But I think that was smart that they don't have the injuries that some of the other people suffered in preseason.
They got the poker face on for sure. Keep playing the cards close to the vest.
They did accidentally win a game against Houston.
That's right. Yeah, they managed to do that with backups, and of course some Cowboys fans made a big deal about that. Some Texans fans made not so much of a big deal about that. But hey, the one thing you do know that the little bit that Tony Romo played, he looked really good. And you know, everybody keeps saying,
I got to see the game that he played the most.
You went.
It just looked like mid-season Romo. It didn't look like Week 1 Romo from last year when he did look rusty.
Yeah,
I think he's ready to go.
Health's not a question.
He's going to be ready to go.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe an 11-win team.
I think they're in that range. I think 10, 11 wins, they could easily be in that range. I think they're definitely contenders to win the NFC East again. And I think the NFC East got a little bit tougher this year. I do believe that. I think Philadelphia is still in the mix, but I think the Giants are going to be a better team.
Yeah, I think Washington's bad.
Yeah, Washington's bad. But I think the Giants are a better team. I think Giants are going to be a little more healthy, a little more active on offense. You know, their defense got some questions, and we're going to find out right away with the Cowboys opening with them. But
yeah, and they do have the first-place schedule, which is always a little tougher. So they're going to see Seattle.
Yeah.
You're going to see Green Bay.
Yeah.
And so there's some tough games, though. That's kind of my I really think they're just as good or maybe better than last year. I think that defense may be better, but the reason I go from 12-4 to 11-5, I think that schedule's tougher.
Schedule's tougher, and then you have to question the quality that they have at the running back position. I think that's where the biggest question still lies on the offense anyway.
Yeah. And they picked up Michael from Seattle,
and who knows how that fits.
He's never really got to play a lot. They think he might be a good power back.
Yeah, but you never know how that's going to necessarily fit. But I mean, Joseph Randle, Darren McFadden, they've shown glimpses, but neither one has just taken ownership and said, hey, we can be the bell cow, we can be a guy.
But I think they've seen, what the Patriots have done too. A lot of times they've had a committee back.
Yeah.
And, if 3 or 4 backs get 400 or 5her yards, that can work for you.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't mean filming practices.
No, I didn't mean
talk about the Patriots.
I meant their running back committee.
Yeah, no, and they do, and the Patriots and other teams have used that real well. And the big thing, if Lance Dunbar could at some point just step up, stay healthy, and become that passing back out of the receiving back out of the backfield that they, every offense loves having, that could be a big difference for this team.
Yeah, I still think McFadden may be the leading rusher for the year. I think he's got a chance. I have more faith in him than most people do.
Yeah, I think you do, and I'd say that I did draft him, a couple of fantasy leagues too. But I do think Randall ends up being the leading running back for the team, and I just think he's more explosive. I think he's got a better chance with the younger legs of staying healthy. I guess that's what I really don't trust about McFadden. I don't trust McFadden to stay healthy.
So in the NFC, you kind of see them as winning the East, maybe getting a bye, or
yeah, I think they're in the running to get the bye. I still think Seattle's winning the West. I do think Green Bay is winning the North, and those are probably the 2 favorites to get byes. But I think the Cowboys are definitely in the mix. I mean, things break the right way. They beat Seattle last year. I mean, things break the right way, they could easily get that bye. But I do see them in the playoffs. I
think it comes down, and I haven't really made a pick yet. I think it comes down to Green Bay, Dallas, NFC Championship. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. I think Seattle falls off just a little bit. I think they'll still win that division. I think it's hard to get back to a 3rd straight Super Bowl.
No, it is, and it's rarely happened, and there's a reason for that.
So, well, when we come back, we'll look at some of the other key personnel places where the Cowboys have to get production to have a good year.